forecasted quantities, and Coco returns now on
TCO against FYR. Who's going to win? Well, you guys already know. Let's see the bets. 1.2 million on Fire with 186 voters, actually 1.4, and TCO has 3.6 million with 300 voters.
Yeah, not the most common binary pick here. We have seen a lot of Hulkman previously, but Hulk does not have a great matchup into a Devil or Dinosaur. And I'm going to be interested to see how Crash handles their DPS debut here on the duelist of the Star-Lord. Seems like everyone wants to have a quick up-and-coming
J-Tag with the massive tier 1
low
low pain with the massive prime sub. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, this is where if you can defend from this position, the Star-Lord just having the unlimited skies and you have to go through this lower doorway is not fun. So many options to push through, but Fire Strays need to get a good push going, and now that their cooldowns are back, they have Haster at half health, who gets healed back up, and now it may just come down to the ultimates, but Crash is getting flanked, and it's going to use those iframes to get away.
All right, goodbye, Coco. Courtesy of Znoz there. Actually using a rare aggressive like Van Hammer as healing as the strategist pull, which is not the most common that we see.
Oh, there's like 1 minute left on the predictions.
7 minutes, able to
I'm gonna close the predictions here.
all of his incoming damage utilizing their melee pull.
Yo, Hudson,
really, yeah, it's interesting that Znoz is on the strat pool and Demon's the one on the White Fox. This is a different approach because Demon's been known for that Daredevil, but they're gonna run with just the solo duelist at the moment. So all eyes are on Slotho and Crash, while Crash has a second duelist. So a lot more damage available for the Chosen Ones, and you can tell based on how far back they push Fire Strays.
Oh, I love this aggressive ult here from 7 minutes. Just stomping down with the Kumiho, forcing out the return ultimate, but Closar is already down as Damon's been able to use their own Kumiho. That's many charms as well. Haster making sure that anyone who tries to move forward is going to be continuously slowed, bled, and chomped as they take out their counterpart in Black So. And a quick grab onto Binary is going to finish this one off as the Chosen Ones claim the point.
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams have underestimated what Chosen Ones can do, and I think Crownfall were the ones who were the guinea pigs.
Yeah, the Chosen Ones
to just realize how good this team is.
What the heck was that? The Chosen Ones looked very strong recently, chat. That's why I think TCO is going to. Who did they play?
Dino is going to be very much slowed by that, but wait, how does a Jeff get
TCO
caught?
played against.
We got caught by one of the headshots of Deadpool, which certainly did not make things easy. In comes the releasing of the Devil from 21k, trying to get the value.
TCO played against Crownfall, and they beat Crownfall. They were looking really strong,
man. The final exam already used here by Znoz, giving everyone plenty of overhealth. Look at those blue bars for Fire. Crazy is
oh, that's a feels bad,
crazy, man. They put him in a room, a rubber room, with a bunch of sharks.
And some rats. Okay, well,
they put him in a rubber room with a bunch of sharks. Oh no, bro! I remember when chat used to spam
be in a line of
so
sight
much,
of any
man.
kind of hit scan. You could heal from a planet away if you need. And Chosen Ones, they extended it to 52%, but the lead swings back in Fire Stray's way. And at least the silver lining is that, well, the win condition of Fire Strays is gone off the Galactic Legend, but now it's Binary and Black, so that will have to deny these entry points. They're marking it quite well, but Coco's
was
gonna try to make
crazy
his way through.
All right, initiative grab here for Black So as well as Captain America. Big chomp onto Democracy's finest warrior. Black So not going to get too much uptime off the back of
Democracy's finest warrior, Captain America. Oh my
goodness. A lot of space off the back of this as they wait for Coco to return.
Yeah, good kidnap from Black So in that moment. Not afraid to grab the Captain America. Sloppo's dealing with a flanker, 21k, trying to harass these strategists. They are below him, though, and Fire Strays, they're just anchoring off of Black So and just trying to group everybody back up. It's going to be who could trade backlines here first.
Pretty chill so far from 21k. Hasn't been able to get
yo. Wait, TCO, why we losing right now, TCO? I need you guys to step it up, bro. Before chat tells me I'm a scammer.
7 minute appears to have tried to cleanse themselves by unleashing the Kumiho,
oh,
and then
no.
is leashed back to the spawn. Black So manages to grab that one off the back of a kidnap. Out comes the Deadpool in your area heal from Znoz to make sure the remainder of the team is well sustained. But with Crash and 21k in the background, once again the attention of Deadpool is demanded for these triage measures. 21k and Crazy find themselves scuppered on their attempt to dive, and Znoz, well, here comes the pinch.
And Crash is living, so
wait, did he actually live? Oh no, he didn't live.
Slop
Okay.
was on the hunt and denies anyone coming through the final portal place by 7 minutes. But also, Fire Strays have used 2 strat ultimates in a fight that is just in cleanup mode. So, you know, there's some cope for Chosen Ones that going into the next round, Fire Strays have a lot less ammunition and a lot less tools to try and kick off Celestial Vault coming up.
Before someone says anything.
Vaults?
Before you guys say anything.
Still a good win, though. Good
TCO
win.
wins this.
Yeah, you know.
No, don't say scam 3. Don't say liar. Don't. TCO wins this. Stop.
Yeah, and just Slavo has been on top of it. 16-1, always checking Crash at the door. And Fire Strays, yeah, used 2 strategist ultimates there at the end, but really it's all eyes on Chosen Ones and how they're going to deal with the Galactic Legend coming up. Because let's, you know, the puddle of Jeff is not, you know, the counter that you would think.
You guys need to believe.
To use it on because you could throw people off of the
you
edge
guys
of the
just
map,
need to believe.
Crazy has some making up to do.
3, 2.
Yeah, gotta really make up that deficit. Obviously, Crazy does.
Oh, that was a good transition. I like that.
Pocket job with 21k here. Trying to make sure that that dive is supported or at least get some extra damage from a Joyful Stream as well. But
I'm telling you guys right now, I am betting everything on this. If TCO wins this round and sends us to a round 3 of King of the Hill, TCO wins.
And he could maybe win.
Clip it right now. Watch. So when I win, I can gloat in front of your guys' faces. Watch.
The Devil Dinosaurs Rampage, but Binary's easily able to give the additional strategist ultimate here of the Freedom Charge, giving everyone that extra HP as well as bonus ultimate generation in their own right. This allows Zenos to instantly have access to their own here. Could try and use the Punish Pound to shut this one down, but instead, I think they will have put a debuff over onto the Daredevil to stop them getting too frisky. 21k still seems pretty audacious as they roll in towards this backline, and these strategists are just getting beat from all angles. It's a mean streets mugging of fire right now. As the
mean streets mugging.
Their first capture. Still Sloppo thinks this one is winnable. Catches 21k in the streets, guns them down with the dual element guns, and the remainder of the Chosen Ones have actually been split into 2 groups. A pair of squishies, a nice TP away there from a White Fox, but does leave Crash isolated.
Dude, Leg Day's casting is insane, bro. Do you guys not listen to this guy's cast? And it doesn't even seem like he breathes.
Seems to be pretty confident in their duel against Sloppo right now.
Yeah, I was worried about the hesitation from Sloppo in that 1v1. You have Invis advantage, and he waited way too long. They do swing the fight. It was 4v4, but now reinforcements have returned, and Crazy is probably throwing some people out of the fight or off the map. Either way, Fire Strays are
This is
packing.
EMEA.
All right.
Up here, chat. Top left.
The
Top
point
left
with
says
only
EMEA.
4 players as well. Very impressive. Crazy. Just some great evasion off the back of EHGF.
Yeah, I like the Fire Strays counter positioning against the Galactic Legend that came out. They went into the caves, but eventually Chosen Ones got impatient and ran down closer in that case. Now Kumio form will be what to watch as 21k hopes to flank around and see if he can catch this backline because he's close to letting the Devil out. So Chosen Ones have huge ult advantage and they're at 73% plus.
All right, lots of damage on the closer. Cannot survive the Devil's chain. The healing simply was not there. And now Sloppo has to decide, are we going to try and commit to this one? With Coco down,
no, these guys are not
winnable. The Devil begins to be released here by 21k, chasing down their fellow duelist. And that's a lot of the fragging power now missing for the side of Fire Strays.
Looks like this is a one-sided TCO match as well.
90%, Fire Strays have to decide whether they're going to TP back or just call this one in 100-0 fashion. Has to bring even more to the table with that rampage. I don't think
Where's the haters at? Where's the haters at? Just because we lost the first round, we 100-0 the next. And Fire used Portal, so they don't have Portal for 3 minutes.
Job from Chosen Ones, and I think it's Crash.
All you guys saying Curse 3, Curse 3,
Galactic Legend,
you know, Scammer 3
matchup that we were looking forward to. I really think that Sloppo should have just went for it because the best way to deal with the Star-Lord is another Star-Lord shooting back. And when you have closer who could have just shielded you,
I have never scammed anyone in my life.
The Chosen One's win condition, but to throw the fight back into Fire Strays' favor. So
they 100-0.
Fire Strays acted a little late in that fight and made it close, but then Chosen Ones
and everyone knows if you win the first round of King of the Hill, but you lose the second, you always lose the series. TCO wins.
Never won the fight. So
TCO wins.
This upcoming fight, Galactic
I'm about to go brain
Crash,
blast.
And an invisible boundary
so
from Closer
easy,
to try and seal him away from the team.
Vaznos definitely going to be on the timer here to try and build up.
What about TCM? I don't know. What is TCM? I don't know what TSM is. Sorry, TSM.
Mind you, but
never heard of TSM in my life. Is that a new team?
Lacking in their poke to make sure they don't feed too many in the way of strategist ultimates before they make their first big engage.
And Sloppo is looking for that big engage and can really use this mobility to unlock the perimeter. This is going to be a really hard round to get some macro going, and Sloppo is just checking 21K at the door, but that will be something for Fire.
Wait, that was a very early.
All right,
okay. I don't agree with that Closar ultimate ability. That Invis ult. That looked like one of my Invis ults in my ranked games that we lose.
Again and again, Sloppo had the eyes here onto Crash, who refused to pop the Galactic Legend. Sloppo's actually been able to generate an ultimate of their own while Crash was waiting, was too nervous about Closer bringing up that invisible boundary. But it's not been mugged in the back by both the Daredevil and the White Fox. These melee duelists are so difficult to deal with. AHP becomes zero real fast. Crazy manages to get one onto Black, so difficult to do on the Jeff when Black
it feels so good to be right.
Yeah,
it feels.
It's Jeff
have you guys ever had an argument with someone, your best friend, your parents, and then you ended up being right, and you get that like feeling, bro? It feels so. It's like a tingling sensation. Have you guys ever had that tingling sensation? Oh, it feels so good, bro.
These bubbles mitigate some damage in the exile to make sure people can't leave.
All right,
oh my god,
here,
I love it.
The cutoff of the heals onto Closer is solid. Vibranium Energy Saw cuts through Fire Strays' hopes of having some great healing in this one. Has to think this even more winnable. And so out comes the Devil Dinosaur. Rampage temporarily stunned the Devil on top of it all. Everyone's getting devilish right now. Lucifer himself has entered the bloodstream of fire, and he burns through these capillaries.
You know what, chat?
Now you're starting to see the potential of Chosen Ones and why they took that series against
I'm just going to do this preemptively.
Off their Dino, 21K, and Haster. It's like peanut butter and jelly when you watch
TCO won, bro.
They work so well in tandem.
They won.
And you get everybody from Fire Strays, and then 21K knocks all the pins down for the strike. Fire Strays have already changed.
I don't even want to see the second game because I already know they won.
So to depend on for this upcoming Rampage. And it has to be Demon that steps up. He was an amazing Daredevil before, and he needs to do the same thing again.
Crash finally lets loose with the ultimate. All the mid-air interception potentially coming through from Demon, but now that they've run
holy
out
shit,
of
that guy looks like Spider-Man on Daredevil.
But back to spawn. Still, the remainder of 5. They managed to get rid of 21K and Coco, who made a much deeper dive. 7 minute isolated in the midst of all of this, but still the damage can't be done. Will the TP be available? Yes, for Spirit Sanctuary can save the remainder of TCO. Oh, Binary, are they inside of the ultimate? It seems like it only grabbed Closer for now, which is not the ideal target for Crazy. Perhaps the leap away from Binary.
Wait, what's happening?
Their signature hero of the Hulk, for chase down of 7 minute on the outside works out well.
99% though, what a stall from Chosen Ones. When the fight broke down, they at least returned to the objective to
it doesn't matter. They got 99, bro. They got 99. All they got to do is win one fight.
Ultimates to squeeze out that percentage. So Fire Strays have the
don't start it. Don't start it. Don't start it. All they have to do is win one fight.
Form, but Fire Strays are also gatekeeping right at the entry. Binary's already used bubbles, so he has to leap away. One of the most mobile vanguards that you can get. He's going to try and combine with someone like Demon, give him those selfless bubbles. Fire Strays need to iron out their coordination because they cannot make a mistake.
Yeah, no mistakes, no mulligans. Absolute perfection is all they can do. As you see, Sloppo and Demon continuously just nipping at the corners of TCO's formation, making sure they never feel safe to move forward too quickly. And Coco needs to stay close to the
you guys gave him 40%. You guys got to make a move, bro. Make a move.
Some manner of triage. Fire Strays happy for a slow fight here as they accrue percentage. An all-out dive onto.
They do have both supportals though, so they could withstand this first fight. Nice.
First to try and stop this forward momentum. Has to try and stand in the way of it as well as they continuously bleed so many players. And out comes
no way, bro. Fire died with another support ult, bro. I will forever stand by this. I think White Fox's ult is the worst support ult in the game, bro. I would rather have a Jet swallow my whole team and just jump off the map, bro. White Fox ult is ass.
Stabilization for this team. Nas is already trying to get kidnapped by Haster, and now the healing is on the side of Fire Strays against the Kumio form of 7 Minute.
7 Minute, oh crazy, how many are we going to be able to wait here inside of the invisible boundary? It should be fairly easy to try and take down Crazy with the amount of damage that's going to be coming their way. An attempt at a mid-air grab, got someone, but I'm not sure whom. I think actually the Captain America might have got that midway through. Binary goes monster mode, it's trying to break the wall.
No, that's game, chat, that's game, that's game, that's game.
Fire Strays are being broken over the knee of 21K. It might have been a little bit quiet so far, but it's getting loud enough for me to take notice now. A quick sanctuary from 7 Minute. Crazy's got the healing still to do. 21K is going to be coming back of a Spider-Man of all things. A quick swing.
Spider-Man? Wait, is this the J3 rollout?
And there's no way to get back onto a point here for Binary. Bruce Banner sees no mercy. And Soppo's here on the cloak.
No way, bro.
The Dark Force teleportation gives them a touch of sustainability. And there's still an eternal bond as well. But Haster's here to chase. Drags them.
Oh, huge grab. Oh, but they didn't finish it.
In time, tenacity gives them all the movement that they need. But guess what? 21K is feeling spectacular. Oh, the friendly neighborhood is gone, and the indestructible guard can't save you for long against the menace. But J. Jonah Jameson demands the pictures of. I want pictures of Spider-Man. I want pictures of Victor.
I want pictures of Spider-Man? What is Legday saying, bro?
And they make them look foolish on Celestial Husk.
Oh my god, what a,
that was a good game
of a fight, and Chosen Ones take the map over Fire Strays, the new team to join here in stage 1 Ignite, and they come in.
How does bro already have an animated dino icon? They're playing on tournament server. So tournament server, they have everything unlocked. They have all the skins, they have all the champion icons, they have everything unlocked.
Also on the dino, kidnapping everyone from Sloppo from his own Eternal Bond, which I guess he swapped to Cloak and Dagger, to even grabbing him mid-air when he was on the Star-Lord. Like, Chosen Ones are insane on how they're able to play off of this tempo that seems to be never-ending, forcing out mistakes from Fire Strays.
Guys, if you run out of channel points, how do you get more?
But the choice of map, we'll find out what that is after
you vote J3, bro. I am literally telling you. Wait, where's my full camera? I am literally telling you how to get rich. Just copy my predictions and you get rich. I don't understand. I am basically going up to you and saying, hey, do you like money? If you give me $5, I give you $1 billion. And you guys are like, no. No. I have all the answers right here. Chat, bro. Come on, man. I don't know why you guys keep saying, what about the TSM prediction? Bro, it's a new day. Stop living in the past. Today, I have 100% prediction. Yeah. Yo, Lewis, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Yo, what's up, Pauls? How you doing? Oh, someone was asking how you get channel points back as well. There's a lot of ways you could get channel points. You could do stream streaks. If you're a sub, you get more channel points. If you sub, I think you get channel points in general. If you give bits, I think you get channel points. If you gift a sub, I think you get channel points. Watch streaks, I think I said that. You get channel points like that right there. A 3-day watch streak, you get 350 channel points. W. There you go, another 3-day watch streak. Look, see, look at all those channel points. Chat, share your stream streaks, guys, because you guys get channel points from that. Free channel points that you guys can use to bet, and then you guys could probably lose all your money. How else do you get watch channel points? Yeah, I think that's basically it, right? Yeah, look at all that. Look at all those channel points right there that you guys are all missing, bro. Every day, I'm pretty sure you guys can share that as well, right? And then you guys get like free channel points. Joining a raid gives channel points. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think yeah, did you pay out yet? Why was I do bets on the whole series. I don't do bets on the matches.
Available for you to embark upon with 3 new costumes in the game. The legendary one, of course, as you can see, the Formula R costume there for the Luna Snow fans out there. And then, of course, Hella's got a pretty awesome one as well. And even Ultra, I like the color scheme for that one, too. It is available in game and mini battle pass that you could take part in. And there are free options as well. But what was unfortunately free for Chosen Ones, I guess, was map 1 against Fire Strays here. What's going on in the camp of Fire Strays leg day?
I couldn't tell you what's going on, but I'll tell you something. I respect and I like all the players on Fire Strays. I think that they are
cosplay Hella win. I should cosplay as that Hella skin. That would be funny.
Rated very highly, but this team is far lesser than the sum of its parts. Like, I don't know what's going on in the comms for this
There
team,
are no EMEA games tomorrow. No.
Like,
It's a Monday.
Each of these players is individually fantastic, but together they're not playing very well as a
there's
group.
there's no matches. It's Friday, Saturday,
it's a tough
Sunday.
spot for them to find themselves in, especially after having that loss against Reason 0-2 for that matchup, and got pretty close somewhere there. But 21K also looked pretty amazing, you could say, Lemon.
Yeah, emergency Spider-Man, by the way. Like, just got to the point lightning fast, but was lightning fast on the Daredevil, claiming so many multi-eliminations throughout these fights. And
TCO did play in preseason. I think they just went by a different name. TCO was Cafe Rose.
Able to build up this roster, and especially on a map like Domination, your comms have to be clean, and it was just cleaner from Chosen Ones. Fire Strays just had mistakes forced out, whether it's Closer who didn't
Cafe Rose is in it. Oh shit, what was the TCO then?
Hesitated in the 1v1 Galactic Legend against Crash. Like, Fire Strays, I think, lacked confidence against the team that
I'm pretty sure TCO
they didn't act quick enough.
I mean, even with the sub situation
TCO's new
about, right, for this
There's
matchup,
no way TCO's new, right?
JDX, they're unavailable
today,
yeah,
maybe
specifically, and we got to see Crash coming in and fill that role like expertly here leg day on the
I don't know, man. Too many changes. Type exclamation mark
MRI.
Well. I'm pretty sure everything's it's explained there.
Really
I don't know, man.
Like, not demanding too much.
I just know that some team was another team in preseason. They got picked up. Now they're signed as a different team, and a lot of roster changes. Blah blah blah. All that stuff. Lunex is still there. Cafe Rose is still there. Was it Team Peps? They replaced Peps. Oh, there you go. They replaced Team Peps. There you go.
When you go in for those like teleporting spirit sanctuaries, where hey, you get a shield in the middle of the enemy team, you pop your melee form, and suddenly you're doing a lot of healing, a lot of damage. And it's really important that Crash is the one who continuously enables that by getting the poke where it's needed. Admittedly, is doing a bunch of damage when it comes to like the raw outlay. Mostly just keeping Blackso in check, making sure that Devil Dinosaur doesn't feel like they can just walk onto your back line, but also not taking much damage in their own right as well, with only 10k taken so far.
One thing to note too, like, this is another MRC Heartthrob roster that came through the ranks of, tier 2 into the pro scene, and now is able to go toe to toe with the best of them. Fire Strays again had such a great performance that we saw tying with the likes of Virtus Pro during the preseason finals. So, it's a crazy
I
thing
like
to
that
think
name,
about
21K.
And now we're seeing the Chosen Ones, taking down Crownfall before.
7
now
minutes.
One step away from taking down that
That's
team.
a very specific
I'm more curious
time. Why 7 minutes?
Like, what this map is going to be option-wise for Fire Strays, and Museum of Contemplation, it makes sense.
Yeah, they choose this again. They went to Museum against Reason Gaming, and they unfortunately lost that. Yeah, it was close. It's just, again, they're still trying to figure out their Vanguard setup, and you saw that. Fire Strays protected the Dino and eventually abandoned it.
Sorry if this has already been asked, but why isn't Jay live on YouTube? YouTube stream was lagging. I don't know why. My Twitch wasn't lagging. I told YouTube, I don't know what's going on. They blamed me. I told YouTube chat, just wait a little bit. It might solve itself, YouTube still got mad, so I didn't want to deal with it, so I turned off my YouTube chat.
Out the art that results in a victory for them, because they have been observing the wrong display so far in this group stage. They need to come out with a win to tie up the series, and map differential is going to matter a lot for those tiebreakers. So getting at least one against the Chosen Ones will be a good boon for them, but we'll see if they can do it. Chosen Ones one away, though, from securing their second win in a row.
We're looking at an end of the day today with the Chosen Ones at the top of their group, potentially, Lemon, which I don't think many of us would have seen coming. Black Cat going to be
okay, chat, let's see this.
Fire Strays. I believe that Gambit's already been banned away from both sides.
Listen, I know I am cheering for the Chosen Ones, TCO, but
protect that and hopefully
as a viewer and a fan of competitive esports, I hope the Fire Strays win so we can go to another map 3.
If they want to run a more front to back with the Emma, then binary dinos. If they want to run a more hybrid,
really want to see a match 3. I don't know about you guys, but
binary will go to the cap and Blackso will be on the dinos. So
yeah.
Fire Strays, I'm sure they learned a lot from that first map, but also hopefully they keep composed after you know, some fights didn't go their way when it should have.
Yeah, like there were a couple of fights that went their way, and then they invested some ultimates, and then they invested some ultimates, and the fights didn't go their way. Sometimes you just roll those natural ones, and Fire Street seem to be putting a lot of
Daredevil is banned, and also Black Cat is banned. That's gonna be insane. And also Mantis is banned.
Of those melee
and Gambit is banned.
Making sure that swapping over onto Mantis to just pocket
Groot
is
not
saved. An option. Groot has been protected. This is very much a Blackso mainstay.
Groot and Devil Dinosaur.
Absolutely is. Now this is telling us more that front to back style, and now Chosen Ones will have to start thinking about counters in terms of how you're going to bring down those walls where, I mean, it was usually JDX that was playing in here on Museum.
That is true. I think that's probably what's going to happen though. Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is banned.
To at least ban that from Fire Strays and potentially
the Chosen Ones can
Phoenix,
still play, you know,
what is Crazy's hero pool, who's mostly known
Star-Lord,
for the
Phoenix.
strategist at least.
Mostly known for those. Admittedly, like, we've seen them swap over onto like a tracking base or like a Star-Lord, like a Punisher's not too far of a leap from that, and if they do like playing the Luna Snow as well, the Phoenix, like the one side of Phoenix, could definitely be a big boon here, because we know that Sloppo and Damon are both pretty solid on the Phoenix as well. I think that's a high value ban from the Chosen Ones.
Okay, let's see this.
Towards our map, it's going to be the Chosen Ones defending first.
So we'll be able to lock in on their composition where Crazy returns.
Not a lot of Psylocke has been played. We have seen more Punisher than Psylocke, actually.
He was the one that
I think Psylocke is still...
speaking of Crash, with confidence. I like that he was
I think she's a lot better on ladder than she is in the pro play, though. Pro play is just different. Moon Knight is open. Yep, Moon Knight. You have Punisher.
And that's really what
they have Star-Lord they can still play. Wolverine. Wolverine is still a really good, solid pick.
Storm that is the Galactic Legend. Fire Strays are going to have not only just the Moon Knight to break out of spawn, but the Punisher to deal with the Groot walls. And we'll see how Fire Strays deal with the upcoming defense.
Done by Deadpool, age 32. 21k, definitely showing like some baby crazy kitty looks here, being able to move everyone
let's see this.
after being mostly a melee duelist that we've seen so far. But what I'm going to be interested in here is, of course, the old classic combo of the Groot and the Moon Knight. For now, it seems like the Chosen Ones are not really giving away too much free poke early to try and allow that to build up.
Yeah, just this Moon Knight is just such overwhelming amounts of damage, and as you try to run away, that's the exact position that Groot wants you to be in. He will not let you escape. These walls are perfect out of Blackso.
All right, Sloppo.
I do think, bro, Moon Knight is a, I don't know, man. Moon Knight's just a really good character right now.
Two speeds here, but chasing down Coco definitely is going to be gas for Sloppo. Do they want to try and challenge the Ultron here? Seems like it's a tricky portal coming through from Crash. Big grab. Oh, they're just in time.
The Devil Dinosaur went through the portal. Oh my god, that's funny.
21k gets picked, caught astray, I guess, and Fire Strays have a strangling prison coming up. If they can win this fight without ults, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Look what TCO is running. Oh my god.
This is why they protected the Groot.
Yeah, 3 squishies within. This is Blackso's signature hero if they had to have
was TCO running 3 tanks, 3 supports?
Looking at his healers like, oh, heal me? Maybe. Snotston closer, like, this backline is not the most conventional. It is very, like, gas. You know, it's all damage. 2 Cosmic Yarn.
Wait, we're getting the Spider-Man!
Okay, I said
Spider-Man, Star-Lord, and Spider-Man is already dead. Oh, he's not dead.
There's
Wow.
just no way. You're trying to really toss people up on the Firestray side, but they can play clumped around the Dino. It's going to be really hard for 21K to find value, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. If you get close to Demon on the Punisher, though, the shotgun is going to hurt a lot.
Oh, wait, this guy's insane.
Maybe 21K is a little bit built different. Has forced out the greens here off the back of this dive. Rolling forward now.
Is Drilla? Appreciate the massive 5 months. I hope I said that right. Appreciate it.
Final judgment, but for Chosen Ones, they've done a really good job of disengaging here. Firestray may have pulled the trigger a touch earlier. They could disengage without any real speed boost to their name. Still,
wow, that guy just kind of like
is too late to actually give any amplification over to that Moon Knight. Finally, they will return.
You have to kill that res beacon. Kill the res beacon. Kill the res beacon. Kill the res beacon. Or kill him that takes away the res beacon.
Temporarily grounded and is maybe permanently grounded by the Devil Dinosaur. The follow-up is going to be there. The forest has been drawn up here by Blackso, and the trees will have their day.
And Binary had
the
said
trees
that
will have. You know what?
From yesterday into
I know I'm rooting, like I said, chat for TCO, but I am so happy for Firestrays rolling this right now. They have 5 minutes for the third phase. I just want to go to a map 3. I think 2 O's are very boring. I want to see competitive gameplay, chat.
Managing to disengage without.
When I think of 2 O's, you know what I think of?
Firestrays strangling prison.
Oh man, I feel bad if you're going to be a fan of this sport.
Could still do
2 O's are basically like watching baseball. Just puts you to sleep. It puts you to sleep, bro. Playing baseball is fun, don't get me wrong, but watching baseball, boring, man.
And Binary, bro's looking like Shaq behind a poplar tree right now. That wall is too thin for you to hide behind, buddy.
And you see Chosen Ones are still trying to get their bearings. They're on both sides of the objective, by the way. Firestrays are getting spawn camped, I guess.
Oh, Slopper managed to take out Crash, but Haster's so deep right now using their rampage. Yeah, the damage is good, but the healing's not really going to be.
Oh, that guy got deleted.
21K gets this one. Bro's been watching too many Necro streams. I see that tier 3 sub badge. I know what you are. Out comes the freedom charge from Code.
Wait, what?
Everyone is going to be safe. However, they're nowhere near Blackso's ultimate. Everyone needed that additional HP to try and survive a strangling prison. Saw a lot of mobility gets used by Coco. He's like, you know what? I see the opportunity.
No, this is not a LAN. This is online. This is the this is stage 1. Stage 1 then goes to playoffs, and then playoffs. After playoffs, that takes you to the LAN event, which is going to be the mid-season finals. And then you're going to have stage 2, then stage 2 playoffs, and then the stage 2, after stage 2 is going to be the grand finals, which is also going to be another LAN.
Speed running this, and the Spider-Man still hasn't gotten that pick potential that they were hoping for.
Okay, still has access to the Galactic Legend. Crash getting up close to personal. Here comes the damage boosted final judgment, and it's so difficult to work against this. Koga goes like, I'll bring up my shield. Nah, you won't, mate.
Nah, bro. Dude!
Oh my God. The Kumio is a
Can someone explain to me? I will forever stand on this grave. I will stand on this hill.
Was not expecting
White Fox ult is so shit.
Chosen Ones. Like, this is about to be
bro,
like a
it is the worst fucking ult in the game. Man. I'm sorry.
Really not lost a beat.
I would rather have a Black Widow ult than a White Fox ult.
It's gonna have to be a big Spider-Man ult from 21K, or this is over.
Another Cosmic Yarn Amplifier makes the approach of 21K so difficult to deal with. 99% on their spectacular spin as well. Who can possibly
come
close?
This is one of the hardest maps to fully cap, in my opinion. This is one of the hardest maps to fully cap, and they cap with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Of not having JDX in the lineup, and maybe not having this wealth of a hero pool of different swaps that you can go to if you're Chosen Ones. And
come on, Jay,
I don't want to harp on the Spider-Man too much. I think they get enough of it in my ranked games, so I'm gonna just, you know, give some props to Firestrays on how they're able to maintain momentum.
Am I crying because I said it? I want to go to a match 3.
Having a Moon Knight Punisher, which is just insane amounts of DPS, and as Chosen Ones are on the back foot, Blackso is one of the best groups that we have here in EMEA. So we always had a wall behind Haster's Dino or whatever it was on the other side, and Firestrays were always catching them is trying to escape.
Oh my
and
God.
it shows in the level of casualties that Chosen Ones really have suffered. And Fire Strays just kept they kind of just kept swimming throughout the map. I didn't really feel too much of a pushback.
I'm happy to see 7 Minute with a swap here. Not gonna lie, against the double poke of Punisher and Moon Knight, White Fox is not a great hero. Like, she is a very strong hero in her niche of being able to, like, get rid of dives and make sure that when it comes to melee combat in the backline, you're generally gonna win. But against that much, like, damage down the range for Poke of Groot, she does not
I don't think White Fox is... I think White Fox's ult is, like...
Oh, 21K is going to be playing the...
Jeff's ult. It's just something that I don't think you ever... It's just useless. Sometimes it can pop off, very rarely. Like, you have that 5% chance, but it's not good.
Another level of this, who's now on the strat pool. Coco at least will return on the Emma just like he did on the previous map, and Crash will do some LARPing of JDX on the Phoenix, and it's going to be a big tool to try and take down these Groot walls. That was such a thorn in Chosen One's side.
Okay, quick upgrade to headshot, I imagine, here to send it down the lane and just do unlimited value off the back of this.
I think, no, I don't think Jeff's ult is worse than White Fox's. I think White Fox's ult is a lot worse than Jeff.
Jackpot well managed here by 21K. Still, Fire do a good job of disengaging. Binary has to be careful to stay within the line of sight of their strategist, though. And this is allowing Znost and Close to build up towards their ultimates mighty quick.
Okay, the Emma's starting to flip the Dino, and then there's the grab from Aster to get these Vanguards off of
poor
his
Binary.
fellow Vanguard, and the res has come through for Fire Strays. They'll need a breath in their lungs very soon, and Blackso hoping to snuff the life out of Chosen Ones.
No one died in that massive ult. That's crazy.
Sloppo, but there is going to be plenty of healing coming through from Crazy's healing puddle. Oh, and Sloppo, not many chances to reset here as they
He's not going to die. He's not going to die. If he has his uppercut, he's not going to die. Oh, he actually did die. It looked like he was about to... Oh, man. How did he not live that? Usually you can live that.
Crazy heals. Like, literally his heals throughout this fight, and Fire Strays won it. So that was all on a Luna, which can only
you usually can live a Jeff Swallow when you're Bucky, chat.
Possible, and then also never pop the Fate of Both Worlds. Like, Chosen Ones gave up on that fight, and they're just not very coordinated right now. So Chosen Ones now half the time bank gone, and you're looking towards a rampage,
like a Bucky OTP. Chat, I don't even play Bucky.
The space out against this. That's why they're playing this
I'm a
back
Spider-Man.
corner. Then you have the Judge, the Jury,
Scarlet
and the
Witch
Executioner of Demon, who has gotten so much value out of this ultimate. So Coco needs a good shield against this, and there's no other answer.
All right, trying to force 7 minutes ultimate early here using the Devil Dino Rampage. What a wall from Coco to try and keep Damon and Binary constrained. Can you break through the ultimate of the Phoenix? No, it gets rid of Snost's Cosmic Yarn Amplifier. There was no focused fire onto it. Oh,
another big Groot ult. Oh my God, another fat Groot ult. Dude, Jesus Christ.
What to do? 2 miniguns on a pillar. What the bro gonna do now? Crazy just gonna try and run away. The homing missiles are all over him. Crash has got nowhere to go as the Predator drone circles overhead.
Man, you made Fire
Strays is looking like a different team. Damn.
Domination like this, and man, if they're mad, they're playing good bad. Now Sloppo has the Kraken impact coming up. If you can get some good initial damage in, he will also unleash a lot rise on Crazy and 7 minutes to just keep the heals up. As 21K is on the Vanguard Deadpool now instead of the Strat one, and just have the 2-2-2
okay,
setup.
Sloppo.
Chosen Ones can
let's see this as a Bucky one trick from what chat says. Let's see this Bucky ult. Is Sloppo gonna carry, chat? Let's see this.
For the duelist Deadpool, 21K do want to use it though with Coco down, knowing that they are only going to get one chance at this with only 30 seconds remaining. A little bit of softening coming through from Hasta. 21K still playing this a little bit more reserved, like they want a couple more upgrades before we really commit to this one. But you're timer because Blackso is so close to building up yet another ultimate. 67% is nothing to agree.
There's so many walls up too from Blackso. Chosen Ones are trying to play out of range, and someone just got kidnapped.
Is that the gun ultimate from 21K and duelist Deadpool for? Oh, yeah, the punishment is there. Oh, the extra damage, the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier.
Wait,
yeah,
is Sloppo doesn't even need to use his ult, bro.
Hasta does their best to keep on this car, but down goes the overtime, down goes the Luna, and down goes the hopes that the Chosen Ones had of stopping fire here and now. On their map pick, they look a lot cleaner.
Fire Strays send us to map 3.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving it. Bro, today has been the best day for these games, bro. We are going to another map 3, bro. Another map
from the
3.
Fire Stray side. And yeah, I called it my bad on the Vanguard Deadpool. It's just we've never heard of Duelist Deadpool before. And 21K is trying to bring out.
Remember when Jay3 circled TCO already winning? Bro,
if you will, and Chosen
TCO is winning.
What their map 3 will look like.
You guys don't know this, but I said I was going to the bathroom, but I called up TCO and I was like, hey guys, you guys just rolled them the first point, but can you guys like lose the second match so my chat can like, you know, have a little bit of entertainment and you guys don't completely roll them? And they were like, yeah, man, J3, we got you. And I was like, yeah, for sure, bro. Appreciate you. Like, listen, I'm trying to give you guys entertainment. You guys don't want to see a 2-0. That's boring, bro. It's like watching the NBA Finals and seeing a 4-0 sweep. That's boring, bro. You want to see it go to a Game 7. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Oh, by the way, Matt Rob 96, appreciate the massive 2 months. Jordan Fellows, appreciate the massive prime sub. And Ussie Levi, appreciate the massive 4 months. Hey, I wanted the silent majority that was fine with YouTube. Can you put it back on? I like to be able to pause. You can. I'm pretty sure you can pause on Twitch now if you're a sub, which you are. How badly should I laugh when Fire wins this? Fire's not winning, chat. I don't care what you guys say. Fire's not winning. I'm on mobile and I can pause. Well, it's not pause. I'm pretty sure he's talking about rewind and stuff. Nimbles, appreciate it 2 months. This song is fire, though. You know what else is fire? Emily made me food. Thank you, Emily. Uh-oh, ready? How do I pick this up? Yeah, but isn't it supposed to be like anime?
Well, we've had 2 of our series today already go to a map 3, but this one's very different than the last one, especially with Fire Strays taking the win here. Like it felt like we saw a bit of a weakness in terms of the hero pool, no puns intended there, for the side of this Chosen One's roster after the ban of 21K, you know, the MVP we saw, and I'd say like not SVP, but whatever like the lower end of that would be, LVP, I don't know.
Least valuable player, I don't know. BlackStar looking very good here on their signature hero of the group, going 31-2, which when you're going up against a Devil Dinosaur as a Vanguard is very difficult to do, but was absolutely pumping out the damage and often getting 4, 3, or 5 people inside the Strangling Prisons, and those were some very squishy, easy to frag members of the Chosen Ones.
You want to go to the gym later tonight? I just wanted to say it's very difficult to have a low amount of casualties as a fellow group main, because especially when you're facing Emma and Dino, there are 2 people that can grab you, and BlackStar just played around his anti-CC wall well, but always had had Chosen Ones running away from him, which is the best position you want a group to be in. And to play against an Emma and still get at least 3 in your Strangling Prison, like Blackso, it just identifies these situations to max out the value on the group.
Groot had 30,000 damage. Yeah, that's insane.
Anyone taking down his walls ever, or at least that just wasn't a priority on the Chosen One side, because Blackso was using it more as ceilings than isolations in these neutral fights, and that's really where Fire Stray shined, was in these neutrals.
Bro,
also just having the like backline here. Yeah, oh yeah, the damage blocks.
Do be blocking.
Oh man, I do want to mention though, like the backline here though for the Loki and Rocket. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of that recently in this patch specifically because of like the buffs that we saw to Rocket specifically, and Zenost actually not going down a single time is kind of crazy to see throughout the Museum of Contemplation. Usually we at least have some sort of casualties coming through here, and they actually were able to remain up the entire time.
Yeah,
it's very impressive.
And yeah, Chosen Ones, now they were the ones trying to swap up their Vanguard line from
Bro, you guys are being mean to the 11 and 9 Spidey, but he had 5 final hits, man.
The lack of damage that came out. There's a reason
he was at least finishing people off.
Deadpool, it's mostly the Vanguard and the Strat pool that comes out, and it was really the ban phase that favored Fire Strays. They banned both Black Cat and Daredevil, which is the bread and butter of someone like 21K, and also Chosen Ones are not running their main duelist, so they're really starting to suffer if they don't have a big enough hero pool.
Yeah, question is here for Convergence, are we going to continue to see this like same ban line towards the Chosen Ones where you just try and get rid of all of 21K's Thanos picks and force them towards someone like a Spider-Man?
Well, we did see this be the last map that was played between Chosen Ones and Crownfall. Went 3-2 in their favor for Hall of Jolia for Convergence. So not too surprised that they're going to the Old Faithful. That worked out well before. I mean, we saw Coco on the Captain America, 32-6, doing pretty well for themselves. 21K, though, actually flexing a little bit to the Ultron when they needed to. So really curious if they secure, you know, the duelist lineup here in the Bans and Protects, or if they have other focuses. Either way, the Devil Dino was unleashed one-sided in their favor at that time because it wasn't actually protected for Crownfall. So I feel like Fire Strays have studied that map too. They kind of know what to expect from the ban line here. So we'll see if they can close things out, get their first win, and make it so that Chosen Ones do go down in this matchup. But Chosen Ones, they still can turn things around, and they need it after the
Chosen Ones are not even losing. Why are they talking like the Chosen Ones are losing? Did they not see my predictions? They win.
The question is, will Fire Strays be able to go back to their poke slot here on all of Dahlia? Like, they just like standing far away where 21K can't hurt them. And
yeah,
first protect on Daredevil. Okay, yeah, the Chosen Ones, they're like, okay, they cracked the code. We've got to protect Daredevil. It's got to be done, man. Now the question is for Fire Strays, do you try and get rid of a Captain America? Do you get rid of a Devil Dinosaur? Captain America's going to be their first ban here, but they will get another one before a protect comes through from the Chosen Ones.
Yeah, trying to get rid of Coco's Captain America. 21K ran the Daredevil and was incredible on Hall of Jalia, like Avaudible said, against their matchup against Crownfall, which could have gone either way. That last map was an OT, barely winnable game, and still Chosen Ones were able to clutch. And they were able to kind of overcome a lot of challenges in that Crownfall match. And I was surprised that they never really got their heads above water when it came to Museum of Contemplation. That was an absolute rundown, and now they're hoping to perfect their ban phase to make their lives a bit easier for this potential final map, or is final map.
All right, Mantis off the table. This is likely going to try and poke fire towards a more double duelist kind of setup, but we do see that both Demon and Slopper are happy with that. I liked the Winter Soldier alongside the Punisher. I thought that was pretty good. Ultron's going to be protected though, which means that Demon or Slopper are both going to have that available as a
Mantis ban. Oh, they already have Mantis ban.
The Chosen One just to try and that would be the main way to stop a Daredevil dive. Instead, you're going to be more reliant.
No YouTube stream.
Wouldn't be bad for Fire Strays.
I accidentally showed my ass and I got banned on YouTube for 24 hours.
Like
so I'll be back tomorrow, chat.
Now, I guess cosplaying that was kind of his main thing at this point. But final protect for Chosen Ones to see, are they going to want to protect the Dino or anything like that? There's a lot of things. This is how they iron out their comp, because you could tell that if they don't play their primary comp, Chosen
I bent over to tie my shoe and I showed my whole ass cheek.
I still think there's a chance for a bounce back there. So yeah, the Dino's going to be what they secure for their Vanguard line.
Yeah, Chosen One's wondering. They took a moment with that Dino ban there. I think because they were wondering like how much use is the Devil Dinosaur going to get, but they saw that both Venom and Captain America are gone, so we might have to play this a little bit more slowly when it comes to how we want to take our Daredevil dive. So instead we'll focus on the Vanguard line, see if we can draw out some strategist resources with something like a Devil Dinosaur kidnap and then send in the Daredevil. It's going to be like a multiple stage engagement here from Chosen One since they're going to lack that explosive Vanguard entry.
And I could see Chosen Ones running an Emma with this. That was kind of their plan for Museum of Contemplation, the double grab, the double flip. But now you don't have Luna in the mix, so Emma's slightly weaker without that team up, because that Ice Wall, very underrated, kind of like a budget Groot, if you will, on how you're able to kind of isolate people from escaping, as Black Soul will return on the Groot. Now, Chosen Ones, that was a big issue for them of how to take down these walls, and they even like tried to keep the Phoenix around to do just that. But also, they didn't have a best second duelist option running Spider-Man or duelist Deadpool, I guess, to try and deal with that. But now Chosen Ones feel like they'll probably get their confidence back now that they have their Vanguard lines sorted out, so we can focus more on the defensive side of things, where basically, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fire Strays do what they do best, and having also Znost on the Loki is something.
I'm actually really surprised Crash would rather play the Star-Lord here over the Phoenix. I think Phoenix is, especially if the other team is running a rocket. Phoenix is very, very strong, chat. Oh, Phoenix is very, very strong.
Focus is going to be on just softening up the backline and likely joining 21K in these dives, maybe just hitting the ground when your DD does as well.
Znost is going to be very hard to dive. Coco is actually sending it on the Angela, taking a page out of either Beetle or Frankie's book, I guess. And we saw success on Angela just for this first point, though. Otherwise, I'm not so sure, but can also be interrupted. And I guess Fire Strays,
yeah, I think TCO might lose this. They're on Angela, one of the worst tanks right now, in my opinion. Uh-oh, chat.
Works out enough. Coco's been removed.
We might be in trouble.
Multiple beams, both the Devil Dinosaur consistently grounding them and the poke from Demon. This has given 21K a moment to get in towards the backline, though. You can see there's suspicion. Like, the Among Us button has been pressed among the Fire Strays.
We actually might be in trouble.
You can't push the Dino, who is front and center at this door. And the Phoenix can also fly back up, hence the word Phoenix. So we'll see who Coco's trying to displace, and I don't think it'll be these ones. Loki also can just go invis and trade with the copies, so not a lot of easily tackleable targets.
I mean, yeah, Coco's just being absolutely stopped on their way in as well. 21K falling down. It's gonna
There's
take
no
so
way,
long
bro.
to get
There's
back
no
into
way.
that position. The Chosen
There's,
One's like,
there's no way, bro.
With no Venom and no Cap, what do?
I don't know what do. Now, the choice of compositions I've been scratching my head about for Chosen Ones, but hey, Daredevil, we protected the Daredevil for a reason. Finally, it comes out, and Crash will be on his signature Star-Lord. You just need something to contest these verticals, and of course, Crazy's on the Jev because you weren't able to protect the Luna in this case. So finally, Chosen Ones get
TCO
to
wasted
the right
already 2 minutes
here, and half the time bank is gone. You still need to work up towards some ults. Fire Strays very much in the driving seat.
Oh, Blacks is going to cook here as well. He's going to have a great angle to try and bring down a strangling Chosen. Might want to go early before there's really too much pressure on their backline coming from 21K. Gets grabbed into the midst of the enemy team. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. One player's going to go down. Surely a second soon to follow. Up come the Ironwood walls. And, well, it might not be the Cretaceous period, but the vegetation still growing like the oxygen in
this
the
is not my fault.
Was a much higher percentage.
This is not my fault. I just want to say this for the record. This is not my fault. I don't know what the hell. They're pulling a TSM right now.
There's obviously going to be a lot less damage, and not running an Emma or something like that. Anything to throw a shield into this Groot's face is going to be tough. Coco not able to stop that either. So this is looking full holdable just based on vibes. I'm going to say it. The alley-oop on Black, so that's got to be a mental boomer on this point. Fire Stray's got a wave of ultimates too. We'll see how Sloppo can live throughout this for Demon to unleash, put the pressure down on Chosen Ones who take to the platform and is trying to access.
It's not over, chat. The game's not over till it's over.
Coco are on the hunt.
The vibe is good, but it's 21k better. 7% away from letting the Devil out right now, as Damon's in a very safe position. FYR is going to be the one to make the engagement happen. The Devil Dinosaur rampaging in towards the back, tries to grab out Crash, can't quite get the throw off, and the same can be said of the opposing Devil Dinosaur as well. Into the lamps of below, Key Binary now gets isolated. Crash, don't know what Bro was doing with that. I think might have just been trying to take out the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier instantly by crashing into the wall. 21k is going to be catching many Ultra on hands, but 7 minutes with just the correct force physics to get rid of Damon. A resurrection forthcoming, courtesy of the Battle Recall Beacon, and now FYR are all out of their sustainable ultimates. They've used 3 strategist ultimates.
Yo, TCO, you're not playing defense, bro. You're playing offense.
And they still have to touch. And a melee range Ultron ult is not what I had on my bingo card either, but there's a chance for Chosen Ones to frag, and it's a straight
almost a save.
Nice alley-oop there, takes out 7 minutes. Sloppo just sits above, waiting to bring down the damnation directly onto the opposing Jeff. I think that Crazy only grabbed one of their own teammates with that one and instantly spat them out. 21k likely to be chased down. A quick spark explosion is all that it takes. The Sloppo is now in their safe zone, and you've got to go and try and contest both a group who's all walled up and a Devil Dinosaur if you want to touch. Coco don't want to deal with that one. Damon's TPing back. Black So Yes has been burned away. The fire type damage strong against him, as Sloppo is the strongest fire type contender here. Bends the fire around the targets to try and find the squishies. Has to next to find out that the heat is just too intense in the kitchen. And because with Yarn Amplifiers for cherry on top, as nothing is gained for Chosen Ones.
Jesus Christ, like Sloppo is way too clean. Like, and when you have all the space and the time in the world to play your little aim trainer on the point, I mean, it's easy to let the elimination feed all go in your favor.
Chat, hear me out.
Let all the competition come to them.
Let me explain.
And just the composition just didn't come together until there was 2 minutes left. There was a chance too. FYR Strays didn't have the most impactful ults, whether it was a melee range demon, Rage of Ultron, only a one-man strangling prison, but it still got traded out, and that's all FYR Strays really
Can I come back?
to do. It is a full hold, not a single tick earned from Chosen Ones, who now have to think, what is going to be the composition to pull off a perfect hold? And now we look at almost perfect stat lines.
What's that?
There were only 3 casualties.
Hold up, chat. I'm on the phone right now. Please. Yeah, hello?
Oh, that is
yeah, TCO.
And I think
you wanted to tie this game. You're gonna full hold and tie this game so we could go to another match. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see it. Yo, I got some news, chat.
You wouldn't download a car, and you wouldn't let the Chosen Ones go to a map number 4 in a best of 3.
And for FYR Strays to just also
TCO full holds this, and we go to another map.
Frustration from dropping the first map into retaliation. Incredible. Black is setting up a portal play, but he is facing a Loki backline, and the placement of this isolates the strategists.
Oh, unbelievable vulnerable as well. Just on the Cloak and Dagger to send through that Terror Cape. 7 minutes, just going to be used to farm up some extra rage. Damon looking over towards the Vanguards. A quick leap up from the Devil Dinosaur. It's going to be good peel. Closar, yes, has fallen on down. Is this enough to claim the momentum back is the question. Oh, the jump pack. This is going to make it very difficult for Coco to survive. There's no regeneration domain to try and work for it. Now everyone can run down the Devil Dinosaur. Has to stand alone as FYR Strays get momentarily distracted by the ghosts in the night. 21k demanded attention. It's going to be in a 5 versus 1 scenario. Gets grabbed out of the sky by Damon on the Wolverine. That's enough out of you, bub.
No. Why are we pushing into that room, bro? Why are we pushing?
Having incited that doom, the cataclysm visits upon the lands of the Chosen Ones. And here comes the duplicitous exchange. One last touch thrown off the point, and surely this is going to be the Chosen Ones done and dusted as 21k TP's back.
It's not over, chat. It's not over till it's over, bro.
I was worried about a giant
Stop.
C9, and it's still almost capped as Demon. The claws are out, tearing through the Chosen Ones, and the pain sandwich to seal the deal. The nail in the coffin. FYR Strays are your series winners.
What?
The Wolf 9.
What's
baby,
that?
Just drag him off
Oh,
the
sorry.
with the last
Emily's
stand.
calling me
Great
right now,
stuff
chat. I have
coming
to
through
go.
Demon. And you know what, FYR Strays, you saw, like, they were willing to get a little bit juicy.